welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Sweetie and to another new video, and welcome to this new series called Surviving the Last 2 Months, Episode 1. I do not know who needs to hear this, but how is it already November? Like, weren't we just celebrating New Year few months ago? Now people are posting New Year goals for 2026 or how to tackle your 2026. While on the other hand, I am still processing on what to add for my vision board for 2025. That's my reality. So yeah, it's a weird time of the year when you're both motivated and mentally done. I think I belong to the later. Half of you wants to end the year strong, and the other half just wants to curl up and say, wake me when it's January. Romba mind voice in satyama pesromo. So today's video is for all of us, the tired, the hopeful, and the trying our best squad. Let's talk about how to get through these 2 months without guilt, panic, or burnt out, but with a lot of peace, gratitude, and perspective. Tell me why November feels like that awkward time where everyone's suddenly achieving everything and you are just existing. People are posting, this year taught me so much, and I'm like, same, but mostly that I can survive on instant coffee and lemon rice. The truth is, we all feel the year-end pressure, the silent voice whispering to us that you could have done more. But hey, what if you didn't need to do more? What if you already did what was enough? You made it through 10 months of adulting, unexpected challenges, late night messy emotions, and you still showed up the night you cried yourself to sleep, not hoping to see the next day. Dear, here you are. That's something to be proud of. You grew. Maybe not visibly or perfectly, but you grew. Now, every November, Instagram tells me, finish this year strong. And I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to finish this week without crying into my planner. But here's what I have also learned. Finishing strong doesn't always mean doing more. You just have to show up with grace. Because finishing strong doesn't mean you are sprinting to the end. It means you're finishing faithfully and not frantically. And honestly, I think that's what real strength looks like. Quiet, consistent, and not loud chaos. Now, speaking of strength, can we talk about the Indian women's cricket team? For a second, please. I've been so excited to talk about them, but I did not get a space. But let me rant out here. This year, it wasn't just about winning a championship. They won hearts. Mine definitely. I do not know about you guys. Okay? Let me tell you, you know what made this victory so powerful? It's not just the trophy. It's everything they went through before that particular moment. Each and every player has a story and a struggle to share. And I know social media kind of tells it in the way that, it's empowering women and how impactful it is becoming in many young people's life, and I 100% stand by it. But also the fact that they share the message of resilience to you and me means the most. When you talk about strength, without resilience and consistency, strength doesn't play a role. Just the word strength doesn't have any particular meaning until unless it is associated with the word resilience and consistency. Did the team stand for it? You know what happened on November 2nd. Years of being underrated, constant criticisms and comparisons. People say they are not aggressive enough, they don't have what it takes. Women's cricket doesn't have the same fire. And I generally do not know whom they are comparing this with, because there is no comparison to be made at this point. But okay, they face criticism after every single loss. Just if they had lost this time, I knew what the headlines would have said. Okay, that would be a different story. Every missed catch, every single time they do not fit into what people expected of champions. And right in the middle of all that noises, here comes the main character for me. That's Jemima Rodriguez. Guys, I do not know much about women's cricket. Let me honestly say this. Okay, was I a big fan of it? No, but I was aware of it. I knew it was happening somewhere. Okay, every now and then I used to get constant updates about it. I'm like, wow, good. These women are doing great jobs. And all of a sudden, when I started to see that these newses were not just in my small news article pages, but in mainstream media newses, I did not have words to explain. And let's go back few months before. Okay, let's time travel back, and you guys all know what kind of social media welcoming Jemima got, which is not fair, to be honest. I'll stand for that. It is not fair, but the amount of trolls, the amount of hatred this lady got was immense. She faced so much of trolling over the year. It went to that extreme that people started to question her place on the team. Her performance. Semifinals showed you what her performance is. And her consistency. Bro, just because she makes beautiful reels than you doesn't mean that you have to hate on her, but you did. Nobody talked on her behalf, neither did I. But you got the answers. And after all that, she stood there on that field and praised Jesus. Okay, now am I being biased? I might be, but I think I need to speak up. No drama, no ego, no I told you so. Just gratitude for God's grace, for her hard work, and her team support. That moment gave me goosebumps because that's faith in action, which many of us fail to show up. And it reminded me of something also, okay? God doesn't silence your crisis immediately. Okay? Okay. So, why was she criticized for all those few years? You guys know. And the beauty of the fact is that she never questioned God. I hope she does not. God doesn't silence your critics immediately. He elevates you in front of them when the time is right. Sometimes a season of criticism is just preparation for your season of celebration. I know I'm talking a lot about this factor, but if you are feeling unseen, which we would always feel at some point of time, okay, unappreciated or doubted, remember Jemima, keep showing up, keep doing your part. You know when it troubles us the most? When we stop doing our part, we stop putting our effort, we stop doing our best, and we sit back and start to think, why is they not appreciating me? Why did not my boss say that I did a good job? Why is my teacher not appreciating me for answering all the questions? Why did not my friend, be grateful to me because I did this and that? When you start thinking that way, I'll tell you, your peace, your joy, your love, everything shatters. So don't do that. Just wait in silence. Because when your time comes, no one will be able to deny the light God placed in you. That spotlight that God gives you, immense. Okay? To a point that even you will start wondering, did I work for this? Because that's how big God's plan is for you. Okay, I believe that was a little too much of enthusiasm right there, but don't mind me, okay? Now let's talk about something we never give permission for ourselves to rest. We treat rest like a luxury, something we earn after exhausting ourselves to the core. But no, rest is not a reward, guys. It is a requirement. Okay? The best version of you doesn't come from constant motion, it comes from intentional stillness. And this is how genuinely I mean that taking rest is not just good for your physical being but also for your mental being. Okay? Listen, the fact is that since day one, we do not keep on running. It started from us crawling to then standing up and then to taking a step and then walking eventually and then going for a run and then bicycling. That's how we developed one by one. But even at that point, if you constantly keep on running, you do not know where you're going. You need to stop and you need to see, am I going on the right direction? Is this the path that I wanted to go? And then if you move forward, that would bring you satisfaction on the things that you're doing. But rather than that, if you are just running for pure exhaustion, that's what you're left with. That's why I always say, relax. Go light that candle, that scented candle without burning your robe. Make that hot chocolate. Go hit up your friend and start talking to them. Because if that gives you comfort, you are not wasting time. You are recharging for what's next. So yeah, maybe this year did not go as you planned. Maybe it was full of waiting, confusion, and things that you thought would work out but didn't. We are on the same boat. But just remember that you don't need everyone to understand the process. You just need to trust that your purpose is unfolding quietly. And you know what? I really have to mention this women cricket team in this month because that's what all this month began for me with. And one of the interviews, I hope, Jemima said something that stuck with me for a very long time. She mentioned that she plays for an audience of one. That stuck with me because that's what faith is. You keep going even when the world is clapping for someone else because you know who you are doing it. And when your breakthrough comes, it will make sense why the wait was so necessary, why the silence was needed, why God didn't rush the process. So if you are in your waiting season right now, please don't lose heart. Your semi-final moment might look like a pressure, but it's actually preparation. And your breakthrough is on its way, where you would look back and say, thank you, Jesus, you carried me through. So as we close this year, let's not rush. Let's breathe, reflect, rest, trust. end 2025 not with guilt but with gratitude. Because maybe you didn't hit every goal that you planned, but you're still here, still growing, still faithful. And that's more than enough. Alright, that's it for today's video. Take care of your heart, stay cozy, and remember, your story is not over. The best chapters are still being written. So take care, God bless you. I'll see you on episode 2. Until then, this is Sweetie signing off. Bye!